ship's disappeared again.
Well, howdy diddly and dandy, people in the viewerverse. 'Tis I, CaptainSteve, that turns light on. Now, you probably guessed from the title and from the thumbnail that I am joined with the man, the myth, the legend, Miyogi. Where is he?
Oh, well, I've disappeared again. You've left the system and entered the system, CaptainSteve.
Are you having
I'll
a
give
laugh?
over the man, the myth, the legend. Let me teleport through the portal again. So.
Okay, all right. It says that you've left the system as well. Yeah, teleport back and back. Maybe don't call out to pet. Maybe it was the pet that did it. Maybe.
Yeah, they've goofed it up in this new update. So.
Yeah, perhaps. This is 3.99. And yeah, I am losing frames, to be honest, actually, there, Miyogi. So yeah, I wouldn't call in a pet.
No, I've detached my pet.
Go on.
The pet's gone, and I will teleport backwards in the teleporter room. So.
Yeah, you may have to do some testing around pets then. Because, yeah, maybe we could try at the end of the stream, mate. We could try calling out some pets at the end and see if it breaks stuff.
Yeah, we can do some tests on 3.99, so it's definitely improved it. Right, enter the system, left the system, enter the system, left the system. Can I see your ship? No, I can't see your ship.
Can you see me?
Oh, well. No, it says enter the system, left the system, enter the system, left the system.
All right, okay, fun times then. All right, so this is not going too well, but he was here. Miyogi was here.
And the elusive Miyogi audience.
It says he's entered the system again, but I don't see his marker in space.
Right, I'm going to go to the space station and teleport from the space station. That might be.
Okay.
The next best thing. So.
Well, you can hear him, so I could start with asking him questions in a bit, but it'd be nice to get a lovely tour of his lovely base, wouldn't it, at the same time? Anyway, while you're doing that, Miyogi, I'll read out some of the chat peoples and say hello.
Please engage with the audience.
Yeah, got Flowery Squirrel here. We got Lady Thren. Hello there, Lady Thren. The Flowery Squirrel is another content creator people out there in the viewerverse. If you haven't checked out Flowery, they recently hit their 100,000? No, not the 100, 1,000 subscribers.
1K,
yeah. Sorry, I added an extra 0 on there for you, Flowery, for a moment, or 2. Yeah, we've got Cockbilly Bill. Oh, Bob, sorry. Hello there, CaptainSteve. Well, hello there, Cockbilly Bob. And we've got Paul Smolser in the house. Hello there, Paul. Yep, hi Paul, good to see you. Everybody's saying hello to each other because everybody's here is freaking awesome. Jen Short Stuff. Hello there, Jen Short Stuff. Assistant No Man's Sky, Kurt. Welcome, Kurt. Kurt is the maker of the No Man's Sky Assistant app. Awesome chap. Check him out. We've got Arbella in the house. Hello, Arbella. And Dark Lord Zarek. Dark Lord Zarek is another man of the myth of the legends. He really is. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he was.
We've got some awesome content creators where you can do some interviews with.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I'm teleporting back, and hopefully it'll click into place. I've gone through the portal, but this is a little Miyogi technique. If you click on your base computer and teleport to the space station and back, it renders everything a lot better. So hopefully.
Well, I can see your ship.
The squiffiness.
Your ship's here.
That's a good thing.
I can interview your ship.
Interview my old ship, my very, very old ship. So.
It's showing your player marker below me somehow, Mr. Miyogi. I don't know.
It'll render around it, to be honest with you, very shortly. So.
Okay.
Because this base has been up that I built 6 months ago, so.
Miyogi's ship just vanished, and it says he has entered your building. This is not my building. This is Miyogi's building.
It's your building. I can see you now, Captain.
I can see you too. Look, there he is.
Let's do the fireworks.
No, don't. Just in case that crashes it.
That crashes it. Yeah, we'll have to do some scripting. So. You wanted a tour? It's built by me and I'm not a builder, ladies and gentlemen, so there's no glitch building in here. But basically, it's got all the portal, all the containers downstairs, and this is where we have meetings. I've done 3 exactly replicas of this. I've upgraded them. We've got our little
campfire
area there. Yeah, a camp area there.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, and we've got. If you come out the back, I'll show you the back first. We have 18 landing pads, all miniaturized by Randy Davis. It's the only thing that I haven't done in here. So they're all little sweet thing. And Randy did a really good job because I just don't know how to resize it for toffee. I'm like you, so.
So Randy Davis did a bit of building here as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and upstairs we've got our meeting hall where we did do the meetings.
So through Miyogi's back door. There we go. And around this way. Go.
Just go up the stairs.
Coolio. So Miyogi, what brought you to No Man's Sky and when?
Right. Well, I've always been a bit of a cosmologist, and I watched a series called Carl Sagan's Cosmos.
Yeah.
And I've been into computers for an age. I'm 57. I played Elite. I played Elite on the BBC and the Electron. Yeah. And basically, I've always had a passion for the cosmologies. We're all made of star stuff. We're all equal in the eyes of whatever you creator you want to say. If you do believe in that or not, that's your own choice. And I'm always like to explore the human condition because it's very important that you empathise with your audience and treat people how you expect to be treated yourself. So without going too long-winded, I played the game on the Spectrum, the Elites. And basically, I've always had a passion for space games or space-based games because it's what we all want to do. Everyone's watched Star Trek. Everyone's watched Doctor Who and things, and always wanted to get off the planet because we hate the planet. We should love the planet, and that's what we should love each other, to be honest with you. But we hate the planet. We want to explore the universe. That's what we want to do. So about 6 years ago, I pre-ordered this squiffy game called No Man's Sky. So I got the pre-order vector ship. And I basically started off playing it of when portals weren't in existence, monuments were what you saw, and you were glowy balls as multiplayer. I don't know if you remember back in the day.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, yeah. So basically, I started playing it, and then I started hooking up with various people because there is a catch to my Meogi name. I'll explain later on. So, says you've left the system again.
Yeah, it keeps doing that to you as well. You'd reappear in a moment. It's just janky. Okay. There you are. Look, there you're back again.
I'm back again.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I met up with a gentleman called Michael when I got to about the 10th galaxy after doing the Artemis quest, the Estrium. You know, the green orb after the Artemis quest. And I was with a lady called Mama Gaming, Mama Plays Games, and a guy called Chuck and Charlie Purdy. And we went round as a team together, as little orbs flying around, you know, doing the basic stuff in the game. And we travelled by using the master portal address, which still does actually work, to the edge of the galaxies, and we jumped, and you had to put a base down and go across it. So that's what got me into No Man's Sky. My love of cosmology, Carl Sagan, the cosmos, and everything that we are as a squiffy human beings. So.
Cool. Well, that's pretty darn freaking sweet, to be fair. So what do you like about No Man's Sky so much?
I like that the fact of the matter is that it's a non-judgmental game. Other games pertain to be something that they're not. They either are motivated by money or greed, or they're motivated by incentives within player frame, or their incentive to not appeal to children, to girls, to ladies, and men and boys and everybody, you know. And that's what I like about the game. It appeals, and it's captivated myself because of that fact. You know, it is a really awesome game. There's no other game like it. I'm sure you'll agree with me, because you wouldn't do what you did if it hadn't captivated yourself. So
very true. So we are planning to do reverse roles on this next week. So Miyogi is going to interview me next week. So Miyogi, if you was going to ask me a question, what would you be asking me? Because I'm going to nick it to ask you.
All right. Why did you set your YouTube channel up, and how is it that you're capable of engaging with your audience and empathizing with your audience the way that you do?
Aha, so I will be answering that next week, so tune in for that, but I'm going to ask the same question back to you, Miyogi.
So say it again, because my brain's functioning.
Yeah, that was the same question that you just asked me back to you. So why did you go about making a YouTube channel, and what is it about keeping your audience engaged that you enjoy?
Right. I started a YouTube channel because I'd started the Helpers Party up, because if you watch the logos where I come up, it comes up Helpers Party. And I wanted to get people say, well, why don't you do videos? Why don't you entertain them and show off this wonderful game called No Man's Sky? So that's why I started off, not knowing that I'd meet people like yourself, Flowery, Zoo, Boyd Games, which I've met, obviously you in real life, I've met Boyd in real life, and this Autumn Creations. But I'm a big conflicted gaming at it in a nutshell. If you don't know conflicted gaming, I'm sure somebody will drop the link for him.
He's in the live chat.
Oh, he's in the live chat.
Hello, conflicted.
The conflicted game said to me, Miyogi, when I went to him and said, like I came to you, he said, what do you want? You do what you want to do, Miyogi. In your chat, it will be wrong for me to turn around and dictate to you. It would take away from your Miyogi self. Don't try to emulate other people and be yourself. And I listen to people like that.
Yeah.
Because like I listen to you, CaptainSteve. You know, I'm 57, but I listen to human beings if they speak sense. If they don't speak sense, I don't listen to them. So that's the reason, and I love empathizing with my audience. I like you do. I do copy other people, but not to a degree that would hurt them or infringe them. I take ideas from what they do, and I basically go around and improve or do the same thing, but at a finite level, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you Miyogi-ify it, you know?
Yeah, I Miyogi-ify it.
You put your own Miyogi spin. Yeah.
Yeah, I do it because I don't try to be something that I'm not.
No.
And I don't try to be something that I'm not in real life, because I've had a lot of real life experiences, Steve.
Yeah. Should we sit down by your little campfire downstairs on those lovely chairs?
Yeah, we'll have a look. Yes, we can have a look at our campfire, so with our Leviathan going around. So
I'm going to sit at maybe the 9 o'clock position if you just come down that staircase.
Yeah.
Or try. Yeah. There we go. I'm sitting down. I'm saying where I'm sitting because you've disappeared again. So magically, you might magically appear in a minute in one of these chairs. Hopefully not the same chair I'm in. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah. It's like Russian roulette of chairs right now.
Yeah. So, any other questions, Steve, you'd like to ask me?
We've got a question that's just appeared inside of the side chat by Conflicted Gaming. But it's aimed at me. It says... To laugh out loud, I'd be asking, do you wear your captain's hat for Mrs. duties? Oh my days. I'm not looking forward to next week's questions time with Captain Steve. No.
We shall pass on that question, Conflicted Gaming, you naughty boy.
Yeah, be here this time next week.
I think his mother didn't give him a good spanking when he was younger. She gave me a right whooping in the arse, but I've never learnt anything. I can hear him now.
Oh, yeah, right. You're in the chair, don't opposite me. That worked out well.
Oh, yeah, that worked out well.
Ha-ha.
So, any more questions from the audience?
Not for you in here as yet. I'm looking for any coming out. Dr. Pong says, "Where's Ivy?" She's downstairs. This is an interview for Miyogi. Any questions for Miyogi? That'll be perfect to Mondo if anyone's got anything. I've got a question for you, Miyogi. So you're a pet person. You're very much a pet person in No Man's Sky.
I am. Yes.
Are you a pet person in real life?
I have. I've had pets since I was 15. So 40 years of cats. Bred them. I used to keep tarantulas, barn owls, dogs, cats, hamsters, guinea pigs. Well, I got it all from my grandparents. They always used to take me down to ponds to do fishing. You know what you used to do in the
Yeah.
70s and 80s, where you used to go down to ponds and with a fishing net and
Yep.
catch your tadpoles and things like that. I
Yep.
was fascinated by these creatures and pets. How they got the different forms and the different breeding patterns and different things, and that's what got me into the pets in No Man's Sky, because I'm just a pet person all over, to be honest with you. So.
Yeah, I used to go down the ponds and catch like tadpoles, bring them back, and then watch them grow their legs, feed them some little chunks of meat, and then when they became froglets, go and release them again. Yeah, I used to do all that. Yeah, and you kept tarantulas as well.
Yes, I kept Chilean roses.
I had a Chilean rose. Yeah, they're grey though, aren't they? And a bit pinky underneath.
Yeah, the pink-bodied tarantulas, and they're very friendly. They don't bite human beings. I have a picture on me that I took today. A bee went and landed near my foot while I was outside.
Oh.
And do you know something? I didn't touch it. I didn't. It just sat there and got warm and cleaned itself and then flew off. While my neighbour was having in hysterics, thinking, I said, it's not going to do anything. It won't touch you if you don't poke and prod it. And that's the thing with animals and creatures and human beings. If you don't prod them and call them out for what they are, then they won't bite you back. And that's one thing you should always learn in life.
Yeah, apart from wasps. Wasps are gits. There's always the exception to the rule.
I've had wasps crawl over me, and I've not reacted to them, and they've been okay. You know, they're attracted to the salt in our skins. That's what it is.
Yeah, and mosquitoes, and horseflies.
Yes, yeah, horseflies are particularly hard. But I say this. You can say a Miyogi would only hurt flies, only because they're filthy beasts. But with what I brought into this universe, No Man's Sky, there's plenty of filthy beasts.
Yeah, I must say, some of your creatures are freaking crazy. They're pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, would you like to know the secret of the Miyogi animals? How I do it?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, I mean, I kind of know a little bit of the wizardry, but I don't know the full ins and outs. So yeah, go on then. Give us a bit of an overview.
Well, I'm an IT expert. Like you, I've worked for the Ministry of Defence and working with the police, not for the police.
Yeah.
And I have got bipolar. This isn't a woe is me type situation. I can hear Conflicted Game go, is this Miyogi going to go on a woe is me? But Conflicted Games get some get real coverage today. But I do listen to David quite a bit because I love his humour and his directness. But what it basically means is that my brain functions approximately twice to 3 times the speed of other human beings. And it's a blessing, not a curse, because most people read on one hemisphere of the brain, and the other hemisphere of the brain is creative. But sometimes they fuse together, and I had an accident where they fused together, and both hemispheres now work together. So it triggered the bipolars, which, if not controlled, the manias do get in the way. But if you control your brain and you focus on multitasking and things like No Man's Sky and helping out players and doing things because you want to do them, it makes you, doesn't matter what conditions you've got in life, a plausible human being. In fact, I think we've just not developed into where we are as a species. So to go back to what I was saying, and not to distract from what I was saying about I have an Xbox, a Switch, a PC gaming laptop, and everything. And what I do is I use the save editor, and I go into the JSON files, which, if anybody doesn't know, what's Dave's JSON? JSON.
I always call him Jason.
Or Jason, whichever you want.
Yeah.
I call him Johnson. And I edit a script in there which uses hexadecimal code. Well, my brain allows me to read hexadecimal code, and I fathom it out by trial and error. And basically, sizing is no problem whatsoever. Resizing a creature is no problem whatsoever. The trick is to make it visible and to make it plausible with all the items in it. So that's what I do, and then what I do is I convert it and edit it in the save editor, change its color, change its style, change its looks, and then basically I get the egg on the PC. I jump. I use a save beacon and jump in and out of the ship. Set my clock forward, and then make it lay an egg, or that's what I used to do before the mod. So I don't mod, and I do use one mod to capture the creatures sometime. But since Kurt, Assistant No Man's Sky, who's a brilliant guy again, I can name so many, built the creature builder, it's made my life a lot easier. So once I've done that and set the clock forward and saved the creature, I then bring my other Miyogi character from the PC, PS4, PS5, and bring it over and transfer the eggs over to them by doing a switch situation. And that's how I do it. It is a lot of tomfoolery, and it takes hours of work, Captain Steve, especially things like the Sentinel and the Sentinel pet, Sentinel Walker pet, the derelict pets, and the flying birds have been the biggest challenges for me, to be honest with you.
But, yeah, that Sentinel Walker was cool. In fact, Paul Smolzer inside of the chat has just asked, how do you do all your magic with the pets? And I think you've answered that quite clearly now, so that's awesome.
If anybody wants to learn it, I'm happy to give them a tutorial, because when I go monitorized, I'm doing monitorized because I'm not short of a bob or two, ladies and gentlemen. I am doing it for you so I can spend more time with you, and I will teach you my little tips and techniques and things. That's what I will do. So I'll have a 99p, a 199, and a 299, and then it'll be more time with Miyogi, or more things to do with Miyogi. So if you want to learn the save editor, I'll share play or Zoom a conference, and we'll go through the save editor on the PC. But you have to have a PC to do this on. You can't do it unless you have a PC.
We've got some more questions in the chat here, Miyogi.
Yeah.
What are your cats called?
Well, I've unfortunately just lost one. I had her for 19 years. I've got a rescue cat called Shelley. She stuck a paw out at me. Just 1 second. It's a bit tough. I lost her about 2 weeks ago. So, and the other one is called Chloe, and I rescued her as well from going into a rescue. She was bought by a child. By a mother for a child, and she was going to be put into a cat's home. So I said, no, that isn't happening. I will take her, and I'm thank the maker of that. I did do.
Nice. Do you think if you get another cat, it would be another rescue cat?
Oh, of course. One thing I say is give of charity, buy of charity. If people don't like it, then give it back. And if there's an animal out there in distress, always go for that over buying one from a breeder or somebody else who's going to make money out of it. There are hundreds of animals out there that need your assistance. Be mindful. It may not be your perfect animal, but stop being picky. It will love you to death. It doesn't matter what you look like. It will love you to death.
Yeah, they're unconditional love, really, with the cat. Well, dogs, very much so. Cats, sometimes you can get unlucky with cats. But we've got a new member, Disco Rex, Salutamondo. Thank you, Disco.
Yeah, Salutamondo. So you said you had another question, Captain Steve.
Yeah. There's others. 1 second, I'll find you one. 1 minute. I'm looking for question marks. There was another one by Matt DeLoe. He says, if Miyogi had creative control over the next big No Man's Sky update, what would it be?
Well, it would obviously be pets, because I believe pets are the future. But it would be basically to sort multiplayer out and extend multiplayer up, so that it's more stable and more people can join one another. And I also think that we deserve the game as close to the E3 on its anniversary as possible. It's plausible, it's completely capable. You speculated in your updates video recently. It's all been in with current technology, because they're going to run. It's coming out on the iMac, the iMac, the Mac piece, and the Switch very shortly, which are low-graded technology. And there's talk that the No Man's Sky will run without graphics.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
So yeah, it's very interesting that this game will. I think this game will live on and live on and live on like Elite, if not bigger than Elite. So
you see, it's really weird because one minute I'm thinking, okay, how are they going to make this possible? Because even just meeting you here today, I lost loads of frame rates, kept losing you, and I'm thinking, how is this going to work without a graphics card? Isn't that like pulling the freaking heart out of somebody that's on their last legs, you know?
The bigger they are, Captain Steve, and from a person who's built computers since he was 15, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Right.
And what you've got to do, ladies and gentlemen, is you've got to make sure you switch your machines off and burst your bubble memory. And we play so many games, we put them into standby, put everything into standby. No, when computer technology people turn around to you and say, switch your computer off, it'll be fine after it does. It is fine because you've burst the bubble memory on the chips that are in it. Because there's very little difference between the technology that's in that was in a 286 or an 086 and what you're seeing there. It's just faster, more powerful, and got more bells and whistles to it. Bless you.
I think I muted that for the people in the viewerverse, but yeah, you probably caught the brunt of that. Sorry, mate.
It's all right. I got over here.
Got a little face fan on it. Tickled my nostrils.
So does that answer that question on what I would like to see in the game next?
I don't know. I mean, you're quite happy for it to sort of be streamlined and be optimized because it could make its way onto some of the mobile devices, couldn't it? You know.
Well, it's already on the Steam
Deck
gadget.
Yeah, Steam Deck.
Yeah. So I mean, but the smaller the gadget is, I think you're going to find. I mean, I'm playing a game at the moment called Path of the Titans. It's on my stream, and that runs on the Apple iPad and the Androids without any problem whatsoever with fully blown dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's out for PlayStation 5 as well, and it's crossplay.
Yeah, I've just bought it.
I was looking at that Miyogi just the other day. My stepson Lexbury, he's got it. I was thinking about just hitting it up because it looks like fun.
Yeah, well, if you want to have a multiplayer thing, I've got into a juvenile, a Tyrannosaurus Rex to a juvenile. I'll gladly guide you through the teething troubles that you have with it in the start. So
sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Any more questions from the verse?
Yes. The Conflicted Gaming's got one, but it's not rude, sadly. It says,
"Oh dear."
Okay, Miyogi, putting aside the Helpers Party and community and giveaways for a sec, what do you personally want from your channel? Is there a goal that you've set for yourself?
To meet people like you, Steve.
Oh, that's lovely.
Human beings with quality in the soul. That basically are real people. Make new friends, always go forward, and always look at what that person is. I was always taught by my gran many things. A shroud has no pockets. That means you can't take your money with you. Do good things and good things happen to you. Do bad things and bad things happen to you, and then you'll sleep the sleep of the just.
Yeah.
Treat people how you expect to be treated yourself. And basically, finally, is a little bit of what you fancy does you good. Too much will kill you, even water. So what I'm saying to you is, if we indulge of ourselves, which we do, we all have ego trips. We all do that. We all say, "Woe is the world, woe is me." But it's all empathy with other human beings and the animals and the creatures, and it's meeting up with like-minded people and thinking. You will always get idiots. And in my book, there are 3 strikes and they're out. 1 strike, I will talk to you. 2 strikes, I will warn you. 3 strikes, and you're out. There's no black or white with me. There are plenty more fish in the sea. If you don't like me, I'm like Conflicted Gaming. You know, I'm like, as he said, Marmite. You either love me or you hate me. But I do have weaknesses and I do have foibles, but I have a tendency not to show them. But I've shown them to you, Captain Steve, when we did when I came around to see you. Yeah. But you know, I give freely because I do. But I've worked very hard to get where I am today.
Yeah, I think that comes across. When I met you, you're a very genuine guy, so I'm going to return that same compliment. It was awesome meeting you, and I can't wait to see you for the meetup. It's going to be awesome. And I'd say you very much picked the right community to bed yourself into, if that's your goal, because everybody that I've met here the vast majority have been freaking awesome people and genuine people that are just
I agree with you.
out to make new friends and build something with inside this creative space, because that's what it's become now, isn't it? There's this beautiful planet that we can put bases on and all sorts. It's great.
Yeah.
I can't.
So, would you like me to explain anything about the Helpers Party, or any other questions?
I'm just having a quick look through the side chat, see if I can spot any more. When did you meet Captain Steve, Miyogi? Says Pierre Huel.
I met Captain Steve approximately, it's about 12 months ago now, isn't it, Captain?
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, it's close to a year ago. Yeah.
I don't exactly remember the actual time, but we hit it off straight away because we empathise. We're very empathetic people, to be honest with you, because we've had the knocks of life is the word. And it makes you a stronger person, but underneath we're an empathetic people. Me and Captain Steve are very empathetic to other human beings, and that's why he's got 26,000 followers, because the subscribers, because he empathizes with it. But so does Beetlebum, so does Jason to his audience. Zane does. And a lot of the content creators talk to the audience, so we will talk to the animals. Sorry, I was telling the audience these animals. I was doing a witticism, so...
yeah, a bit like a Dr. Dolittle. You do talk to your animals, don't you?
Yes, of course you do,
but
yeah.
Dr. Pong's got a technical question. Does copying the seeds in the goat fungus editor work for other saves? I have no idea what a goat fungus editor is.
It does. The goat fungus save editor allows you to do, yes, you can copy the seeds over.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go.
But if Dr. Pong wants a tutorial, I'm happy to give Dr. Pong a tutorial on how to do it.
The Flowery Squirrel's got a question. Miyogi, how did you get drawn into No Man's Sky, and who got you to take interest in the game?
I have run for... I'm called Miyogi for two reasons. I used to be a Cub Scout leader people always ask me this question, called Mowgli, or Mowgli. Yeah. And at the time there was a character called Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid. So somebody said, why don't you call yourself Miyogi, because you're the wise master who should have a temple on the hill. I said, don't call me a wise master. He gave me a right kick up the arse. I've stuck with it ever since. But I have actually run guilds since I've played Star Wars Galaxies back in the day, which is a phenomenal game for its time back in the 2000s. 1997, I think it was released on the PC. Then I ran Afterlife guilds. The name of the guild was called Afterlife, and we had 300 members in that. Then I basically went from there to Elder Scrolls Online and called it Afterlife there. And then when I came over here, I've done the same, repeated the procedure, but done it now, calling it the Helpers Party, because I didn't want it to be, what's afterlife? Yeah. We all have a life, you know, people go, what's this? You know, so if you want to know why I'm called Miyogi, that's why I've always been called Miyogi for 30 years of gameplay.
Cool. Yeah, okay, brilliant. That's awesome. So I think that's pretty much all the questions, I think, now from inside of the actual side chat here. Oh, actually, no, we've got one more. How many times have you died from your own geology cannon, says Sky Masters?
Twice.
Twice?
Twice.
Holy fudge. I've blown my own legs off frickin' loads of times, especially when running Quicksilver missions and trying to kill those green meanies.
One thing about bipolar is you have coordination. My coordination is about twice as fast as other human beings, and that's not to say I'm some sort of super demigod. I have both good and bad days, but when I'm really on form, I can multitask to an nth degree.
Oh, very nice. Well, I'd say I've got fairly good coordination, but the hitbox on the geology cannon going back about 2 years ago was twice as bad as it is now.
Oh, I agree with you. That's when I died with it, to be honest with you. So. Okay,
well, I died almost once a week when I had it. Fudging heck. Okay.
So there we go. But yeah, any more questions, Steve?
I don't believe so. I think that's pretty much. Yeah, Conflicted Gaming says he's lost count. Same. Yeah. Miyogi fave freighter types, says Inside Vortex.
Meogi freighter types.
Yeah, favourite freighter type. So there's the destroyer, there's the dreadnought, there's like the one from Space Odyssey, there's one with like a big cartwheel on the front that I fly.
Oh, freighter types. I have the Battlestar Galactica one. Is my favourite of all of them. But I do like the spinny wheel. You know, Conflicted Gaming, he gets another plug. He'll be paying me for this. He'll be doing another Miyogi homage video like he did on Sunday, the sod. But anyway, I like Conflicted Gaming like spinny chairs. I like the spinny wheel. Freighter, to be honest with you, but it's just a shame that they've not altered it, and you can have it exactly the same size as a bit of dreadnought, the Superstar Destroyer, and the Sentinel ships.
Yeah, I got the spinny wheel one. Yeah, it's quite cool.
Yeah. So I have spinny wheel. Wheel.
I like flying out and trying to flow through the spokes of the wheel. You probably and then call the Nexus in just as you make it through, and it's boom right in front of. Yeah, it's awesome. I do like a spinny wheel. Yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, we've got so much to offer, and people ask me the motivations by the Helpers Party. We've got to understand that the Helpers Party is bigger than me. 400 members now, and we've got 4 systems. Yeah. And we're working on trying to improve things for the No Man's Sky community, and we've got moderators that watch me, and that I just chair meetings. But I've got such awesome friends in the Helpers Party and in the YouTube studios and YouTube people. It's absolutely brilliant.
Cool. Dark Lord Zelric's got a question. Dark Lord Zelric has been teasing me. You know, there's those 4 portal icons, the one for portal power, portal building, or portal materials, and then there's portal stories. Inside of the game files, Dark Lord Zelric has found something that he's kind of just dropping hints at me all the time. It's like he's put an emoji into this chat right now, which is like a little notebook or a book of some kind, or a diary, as a little sort of emoji hint as what it might be. But he's asking you, what do you think those portal icons that have been data mined mean?
They are all related to a mathematical code that's been put in the game for ages and ages and ages ago. They're all to do with the fact of the matter of something that's been in this game for an awful long time. And if Dark Lord Zelric wants to know how I probably know this, it's because my brain figures it out, because it analyzes everything to an nth degree. And that's why I come up with these things. I can solve puzzles in my sleep. Puzzles for me and cryptology is just one of those things. But I'm not good. I don't give the game away of what I found out. I never do it because it would spoil the enjoyment of people waiting for updates and everything else. So what I think they are a massive kind of community multiplayer way forward.
Radio. Okay, brilliant. That's kind of, I'm wondering whether it might be player generated stories where we can make our own little mini content adventures with inside of the game. I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think it's going to be a way of multiplayer and an improvement in multiplayer, to be honest with you. I think that the way it's going forward is to connect all the platforms together eventually.
Okay. There was, Hazel Hines, right back in the day, she said, we want to try and make as much player-made content inside of No Man's Sky as possible. But that was way before base building even got implemented, so maybe they've already fulfilled that goal. So that's why I was thinking on player-generated stories. But then, they could put in a way to rerun maybe the expeditions, or they might bring back the old Quicksilver missions, like from the summers 2 years ago, where, Ariadne went missing, and maybe finish off that storyline with Ariadne. Maybe we go rescue her, which is pretty. Well, that'd be cool. Okay, Sky Master says, ask if he has the station override code.
I do and I don't. That's all I'll turn around and tell you what I've been doing on the PC.
Hoi, you sneaky ninja! You're as bad as Dark Lord Zelric for these teases.
But you see, unlike Dark Road Celery, which gives you tasters, I won't give you the tasters because it will spoil the game for you. But it's not. I'm a leader of No Man's Sky. I've got secret intel. My brain fathoms it out. For me, it's just like a book opening, and it opens up, and it solves it.
I tend to just make as many guesses as I possibly humanly can, and one of them is going to stick eventually.
Well, yeah, it does do. I can remember that video you did. That video that you did where you were talking to the people on the deck, and you said it's going to be called such as a Greek Odyssey name. It's going to be called a Greek. Yeah, I had to laugh because you got it right.
Yeah, the Leviathan. Yeah.
Leviathan. Leviathan. But that was a corker, that one. But we eventually, as human beings, do get it right. To be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's too many spoilers. People want everything now, not next week. They're not prepared to wait. They're not prepared to do. Come on, please. When you were a child, you used to wait for Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmases are coming. That's nothing. That's definitely certain. And why spoil it? Why open all your presents all at once? Just speculate, accumulate, and analyze, and do what you need to do. That's what it is about.
To be honest, I quite like these sort of slow lulls in No Man's Sky, if you like. After people have got through doing the expedition, you get some content creators that may go do some speed runs, which is great fun to watch, especially the competitive element. And watching, say, like Jason plays killing survival Bob with a freaking mining laser mid-jump, that was freaking hilarious. Or seeing Bob come running in and freaking hit Jason with a melee attack and knock him on the floor is brilliant fun as well. But yeah, for me, I like just going off and speculating and looking at little things because Hello Games love to tease us, don't they? You know.
Oh, they do. They love to tease us. Teasing is what it's all about. But they can do that because it's free.
But yeah,
their updates are free. So well, you're not paying for anything. I can't stand these people who grumble about No Man's Sky. Well, don't play it then. I mean, you're getting it all for free. I know it was a mistake in 2016, but come on, please, wake up. Smell the roses. Why are you playing a game that you don't like and you're complaining about? This is what I can't do with human beings that complain about this, that, and the other. Count your blessings. The sun comes out, the moon comes out, positive and negative electrons run around the world. You switch on a light, it brings power to you. Come on, human race. Start living your lives and start enjoying each other's point of view. Because it's all about not just No Man's Sky, it's about the verse, and it's about the people that are playing it. And they're interesting people.
That Lord Zarek says, I just don't want to give away what I know for free. You hinted that you want hard cash.
He wants hard cash. Hey, Dark Road Zarek, I've got plenty of hard cash. You have to, but you're not having one of my lightsabers.
Well, last time you gave me some information, Dark Lord Zarek, I made a lovely little Dark Lord Zarek tune. Yes, I sung your name and put your name in lights. I don't know whether that's enough for you, but there we go. Yeah, fun times. Cool, yeah.
But the Helpers Party is there for everyone, and as I said, you may think I'm just some sort of selfish or selfless individual. Don't think anything about Miyogi. Meet me in real life at the Guildford meetup. I will be there with Captain Steve. Judge for yourself. Judge for yourself. Don't judge a book by its cover if you've not read it, and no, you judge a cover if you haven't met it. Because there's plenty of people that judge people before they. Oh, he's a fat one. He's an ugly one. He's got squiffy eyes. He's got a nose out of joint. What is wrong with the human race? Do they not look at what's going on inside of why you're so amazing as individuals? Please refrain from that, human beings. You know, we can achieve an awful lot if we work together, but we can't if we don't work together.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Never judge a book by its cover. At least open it up and read the index or something, or whatever, or the back cover. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always interesting. As I said, black, white, whatever it is, whatever you are, and whoever you are, you should have that individuality, and that should be nurtured in yourself, and you should nurture it out, and don't try to be something that you're not.
Yeah, that's a good little rule. That, to be fair, that really is. Yeah. And Conflicted Gamer, he says, I can't say I'm a serious gamer. For any game, I'm just enjoying it, having a laugh and making vids along the way. Gaming YouTube, I'm just enjoying it while I have it. That's pretty much on the... If I was to answer a question, that's kind of me in a nutshell. Gaming has always been my escape from reality. You know, whenever life is bad, chuck on a video game. Whether that was when I was on my Sega Master System days or my Amiga or whatever.
Oh wow,
yeah. But then,
well, the fact of the matter is, why watch television when you can engage with all the wonderful people of the universe? But like Captain Steve, I take my hat off to him for arranging the Guildford meetup, like he's done it now twice, and it gives us a real platform to work off. Yeah, some people may look as ugly as sin, but if anybody turns around and calls Scottish Rod as ugly as sin for wearing one of Ivy's hats, they'll have me to deal with.
I think he looked rather dashing in that hat, yeah.
I know he did. Well, no, joking aside, it will be an excellent time to meet up with, and it's only in 13 days' time, Captain
I know,
Steve.
Right? It's freaking mental. It's going to be great. I didn't arrange the previous one, though, Miyogi. That was L Plays.
Oh, right.
Do you remember? Remember L Plays, Liam?
I remember. I used to watch L Play vividly. I loved the guy, to be honest with you. He always had a cheerful disposition. It's a shame he's left the verse, to be honest with you, and his real life's taken over. But real life should take over, to be honest with you.
He was hoping to come to this year's one, but sadly he's booked a holiday at the same time. But he was intending to come. He had every intention to. So yeah, I think his multi-tool might be there. He's offered to offer it up to somebody to take it there for photo opportunities. I don't know whether it will be there for sure, because it means somebody having to call by his to pick it up or something. I don't know. But yeah, pretty darn cool though. Nice guy.
Yeah, they're all nice guys, to be honest with you. So some are salt of the earth, other ones are a little bit posher. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, everyone. So, and I want to give you a special thank you for making Emily's video. By the way, I didn't prompt Captain Steve on doing Emily's video for Barbara Blaze, but that's the sort of man that he is. He does things. He said, I said, do you want to have a look at this video and promote it on your channel because it's done by a 7-year-old? He said, I'll do one better, Miyogi. I'll go out there and I'll do the video myself and think it. And the way you empathized with that video just shows testament to who you are as a human being. So
cheers, mate. Well, you know, Barbara Blaze is a lovely lady, and I know that you told me that she was having a hard time in real life, and again, video gaming is a good escape. It's a good way to sort of just take your mind off things for long enough to give you a bit of respite, to get your breath back when, you know, the wind gets taken out of your sails. And she devotes so much time to Emily, so I figured I'd just devote a little bit of mine, and hopefully it'd help both of them. And yeah, Emily's a lovely girl. Anyway, we sung her happy birthday once as well, didn't we? So, you know.
Yeah, we sung her happy birthday, to be honest with you. So,
yeah.
But before we end off, I just wanted to say we are planning on all sorts of events and things coming up with the Guildford meetup. We're planning to get this PvP and non-PvP games going. We've got other events that we're planning, but the game will be nothing without you guys that are watching now and spending your time. So why are you watching me? Go and do something else constructive with your life.
Yeah, thank you everybody in the viewerverse. It's awesome. So I'm going to be in the hot seat next week. And Miyogi is going to be asking me some questions. But then after that, I'd imagine I'd probably be looking for somebody else to sort of interview. Or myself and Miyogi. We could both ask you questions. We could do this jointly, couldn't we, Miyogi?
If you want. I've not prompted you with that. That's very kind of you, Steve. I'll grill them. So you a decent you boy. Come on, little boy, sit on my lap.
So what we'll probably ask is, if you've got a base that you can invite me and Miyogi to, and you don't mind being interviewed and answering some pretty awkward questions about your time in No Man's Sky, we can come and tour your base, you can show us around, and then we'll sit you down and ask you a few questions. Yeah, and it would be awesome if we can get other content creators in, but it's not overly necessary to be content creators. It's just that content creators usually have decent mics, they've got good audio setup, and they know how to actually be on the PlayStation chat and all that sort of shenanigans. But yeah, you're more than welcome if you do want to, and you know that you're okay to stream. Hit up either myself or Miyogi. You can find us on Discord and Twitter and other places. Yeah, our social media links are usually on our videos, so check that out.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if anybody wants to join the Helpers Party or wants to know more about it, you know, it's run for you. I mean, Captain Steve supported the Helpers Party. It's basically a way of helping people within every game. I'm sure we've got Elite Dangerous now with the Helpers Party. We've got No Man's Sky. We're soon to have Starfield and other games that are coming out to the platform.
Cool.
And if you need help within those games, then we'll do. I'm going to play all these games, but my brain can cope with it. So I'm playing about 10 games at the moment to do it to the audience out there in the morning and the evenings, to be honest with you. But I do it. I enjoy doing it. So.
Akko has one question. He says, "Is this the Griffin Egg stream?" No, it's not.
But, no Gryffindor here. No, I'm not Harry Potter.
And we will probably do the egg giveaway at some point. I'll tell you what, if one Monday, for whatever reason, we haven't got somebody to interview, if we can't find anyone or nobody really wants to show up, then maybe me and Miyogi could just give away some eggs. The only trouble with that is we need prior warning, because you have to gather the eggs for about a week beforehand, because they only lay an egg every 24 hours. So yeah, well, it's going to be my interview next Monday, so if I don't get anybody come forwards to me or Miyogi in that time that we haven't got anybody for the next Monday, I'd start freaking laying some eggs. Not me personally, but the creatures in the game. Yeah. Sod that.
Well, yeah, I mean, remember, as I said, the audience, you're watching this and you're watching it on a little tablet or a screen or something like that. It's all about you. It's, yes, we're here, but you're not massaging my ego. You can stay away from me. No. I know what you're like. No, but seriously, it's a case of we're nothing without our audience, and we do play to our audience. And as long as the audience love us, then that's what we'll continue on, you know, and that's so may continue.
Well, we've got one last question then, Miyogi, and it's from Lady Thren. I have a question for Miyogi. Do you have time to talk about your Lord and Saviour, Man, Bear, Pig?
Yes, I have time to talk. Well, what would you like to know about Man, Bear, Pig?
Do you have Man, Bear, Pig inside of this save?
I don't, but I could go over to a save where Man, Bear, Pig is.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, you know, we was going to test the animals and maybe summon one in and see if it breaks stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we could just go out these doors, and I was thinking if you had Man Bear Pig, you could summon him in. But you can tell people about Man Bear Pig is what it says on the frickin' tin. It's a blinking creature that looks like it's man crossed by a bear and a pig. It's an upright, walking, weird monstrosity. And if you want to see Miyogi with him, I think that was when you was Dark or whatever his name is, wasn't it? And
the Darkness 2200. Yeah.
Bloody funny.
We bounce off one. He's just a very funny individual, and he bounces off my sense of humour. You know, so.
So I'll tell you what, anybody out there in the viewerverse, if you're wondering what Man Bear Pig is, and you haven't seen that video, after this video processes, and I'm able to, I put a card in the top right-hand corner. Just up there! Hit that up, go watch that. It's going to make your face hurt, because it's a bloody funny vid.
And we've also now got monkey chicken lady.
What the fudge?
And porcupine elephant man.
Porcupine elephant. That's the one I saw. The porcupine elephant man. I don't think I've seen Man Bear Pig.
Oh, you need to see Man Bear Pig. So
All right.
Man Perfect video is the funniest of all the ones I've done, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Next to the board cube that I did for Nuana, I sweated over that one, to be honest with you. I've not got Conflicted Gaming. He's getting another pause. Please check Conflicted Gaming's channel out. He's only got 205 members. He's thinking, oh, no, Miyogi, don't get him over to me. I want loyal subscribers. No, check him out. It's another 18 certificate. He is an utter star. But please, you have got to be 18 to watch his stuff. But
Conflicted Gaming is very funny. Yeah. He does Elden Ring, No Man's Sky, and other stuff. But it's his editing. His editing's really good. He splices all sorts into there. One day he's going to get in trouble. I'm sure he will. But until that day, frickin' enjoy what he does because it's bloody funny.
Yeah, so, because he turned around to me very quickly and said to me, now, Miyogi, I watched your Man Pig video, and he said, I cringed a bit because you were trying to emulate me. I said, I wasn't. I was just marching off the darkness. He said, don't tell me porcupines, Miyogi. And he's quite right, to be honest with you, because I saw some of his videos, and I thought, a bit of comedy to my channel, because I've, here we go, woe is me, I've gone through a tough time over the last couple of weeks. Yeah. So it's a case of a bit of comedy for me and for the audience is what it's all about. So
cool.
And that's it, really. Unless there's any more questions, answers on the postcard to the strange man in the with the big head.
Let's summon out a pet then. Go on and call in one of your pets that might cause a problem, because we had problems when you had your pet out when I arrived, but I couldn't see your pet.
Okay, I'll call out this one.
Okay, I'm standing back just in case it's bloody big or it's a man bear pig and it might take a shine to me.
It's right above you.
Right above me? Nope, don't see nothing. Is this a pet that you've messed with?
Yes, gigantified it.
What is it?
It's a robot strider.
Oh, the one that I've seen before? No, there's nothing here. The one with the big umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not here. I don't see it.
Right, I'm going to call another one in.
Yeah, go for it. And after you've tried, I'll try calling out one of my pets and see if you can see it. Because mine are unedited. That'd be interesting. Don't say they've gone and killed all your freaking Miyogi creations.
Oh no! I won't be playing No Man's Sky. I'm going. I'm quitting the game now next week. I'm going to have a paddy.
No, you'll find something else to do, I'm sure.
Of course I will do. Yeah, I don't. I'm not precious to my pets. I'd soon have real life pets. So yeah.
What have you got?
No, they're not spawning in very well. There's something squiffy about this update.
Not seeing that.
With you, so.
Let me try one of mine. Let's see if you can see mine. I will bring out my little flying geck. You see him?
Yes, I see him perfectly.
Okay, so he's one that's unedited. Let me call out. I've got one of yours. I've got the Diplo that you gave me, the E3 Diplo. Let's see if you can see him. He's bloody big. You see that?
I can see him.
Well, why the fudge can't I see your pets? That's just bloody weird.
It's me. They're blocking me. They're censoring me. They say that bleeding Miyogi is getting some airtime with CaptainSteve. Hello, games. Let's block him because he'll only get some sort of weird pet that we've got to get more pet slots in. I know you're watching, Sean Murray. I know you're watching me, trying to fathom me out. And CaptainSteve. We know what you're up to.
I did say I'd never ride this creature again because
look at that. Look at that. It looks like it's
uncontrollable.
You look like a torpedo coming out of the sternum of the jellyfish.
And I'm trying to get him to go upright, but can I heck as like, oh, there we go. Oh, he's going upright. He's going up. Oh, no, he's not. No, I'm fudging the heck. I'm upside down again. Yeah. That's,
but the two times we've talked about pets or talked about things, what have they done, CaptainSteve?
They've gone and added them in, mate. Yeah.
Precisely. You were the first person to come to me. Like, I know Conflicted Gaming. Not again! It's Conflicted Gaming. It wants the whack-a-mole. Yeah. I think everyone wants the whack-a-mole. I am trying my best to get it into the game when I'm working with Kurt. possibility of getting the whack-a-mole in. I can get it to lay eggs, but it just goes invisible. So if you want the scratch pet that pops up, the whack-a-mole with the teeth and all the trimmings, I am trying to get it to come in because and Scottish Rod, if you're in the channel, you'll have to wait for your Loch Ness Monster and the unicorn.
The unicorn, yeah, the unicorn, that'd be quite cool if you can make a unicorn. But
oh, I will do. We will get there. So
you see, if Hello Games is really watching, Hello Games out there in the universe, if you're watching right now,
Games.
Can you make a unicorn for Scottish Rod, please? If they go and give out a freaking egg with a unicorn in it now, that'd be.
Not a My Little Pony one. That's what he said. He wants a proper unicorn.
Proper unicorn.
Because we've got dragons. I've got to think about the whack-a-mole. Please make it visible. No Man's Sky, Sean Murray, because it's such an awesome little pet. And Flowery Squirrel wants one. Conflicted Gaming, not again, Miyogi. He wants one. So, other content creators are catered for in our channels, but we just, it's just, I learn a lot from Mr. Conflicted Gaming and his morality. You know
what I would like? For all the players that have got Last Campfire as a game, if people that bought it, it'd be nice if you could go to the Quicksilver Agent and claim an egg that's got one of the little embers in. And it hatches, and you might get a blue one, you might get a red one, you might get a green one, but you just get a random little ember. That'd be freaking awesome to get one of those little guys.
It'd be awesome. It's about time that they did that, but next we'll have motorcycles in the thing and Johnny Dangerous in the game.
And those little Yoda huts that we've got as well.
Yes, yeah.
It'd be cool on planets where those are, like the swamp planets, that occasionally you might come across those little ember characters on planets like that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Scottish Rod's just appeared. We summoned him.
Scottish Rod. We summoned the man, the myth, the legend, the beast, the Scottish beast. Hello, Rod. It's me. He's interviewing me. I'm doing the reverse next week. Scottish Rod will be a good one for an interview. So.
Scottish Rod sent me some whiskey. I've actually got halfway through that bottle of whiskey now, Rod. Yes, yeah. So both my brothers had stag do's, and I've taken it along to their houses beforehand, and we've had little drinks before we've headed out. I went indoor rock climbing, half pissed on freaking your whiskey, mate. Yeah, that was interesting. That was fun. Yeah. Never again. It's got me in trouble a few times now.
Do you know, CaptainSteve, we've got 91 people watching us.
That's awesome.
I'm just looking at your stats. They're shooting up left, right, and centre. It's gone to 90. Oh, it's gone to 87. So yes, we are noticing you. Any more questions? Answers on the postcard before we end off, because I know CaptainSteve wants his tea and.
There you go. You've heard all about Miyogi. If you like what you hear and you like what you see, head on over to his channel. It's in my video description. It's also been inside of the links, I think, in the side of the channel chat. But yeah, hit up Miyogi, hit a subscribe, hit a like, and you can get more of his infectious laugh over there. He's freaking awesome.
Thank you. And it's been a pleasure for the to be a part of this. But as long as I said, we can do it for other content creators and other people. If you're an interesting person, we want to hear from you. Everyone has an interest in life. So, I'm boring. I eat potato chips. So, no, you're not boring. You're unique. You've always got some story to tell. So.
Yeah. All right, people. Take care out there in the viewers.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you very much for watching.
Cheery, bye.